Hey and welcome to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's been buzzing in the gaming community at the moment, based around Baldur's Gate 3. And though this isn't a video about Baldur's Gate setting new industry standards, shall we say, this is about whether you, a dedicated Dungeons & Dragons player, might be wondering whether this game is worth your time. Well, stay tuned as we break down the reasons why you should consider embarking on this digital D&D adventure. First things first, what gives Baldur's Gate 3 the right to take the attention of yourself as a Dungeons & Dragons enthusiast, someone who loves the aspect of rolling dice, battling monsters, and exploring an immersive world? Let me just say that Larian Studios have put all the passion they can into making this game really a love letter to the fans of Dungeons & Dragons. Baldur's Gate 3 is set in the iconic Forgotten Realms universe, offering a level of familiarity that's akin to jumping into your D&D adventures. As you journey through captivating landscapes of Baldur's Gate, you encounter not only the rich storytelling of the game itself, but also an array of creatures and monsters that almost feel like old friends or enemies from your tabletop campaigns. I mean, think about it. The thrill you get when you face off against a cunning mind flayer or rally your party against a fearsome dragon is actually all here in the game. All of that you've built up mentally and made that connection with already is waiting for you in Baldur's Gate 3. The monsters, the beasts, and the entities that have challenged your wit and tactics at the table are really brought to life in a beautiful way on the screen. It's like a reunion with old friends, except now they're more vivid and menacing than ever before. And let's not forget the detail that Larian Studios have really put in. Just like in Dungeons & Dragons, the lore behind each creature is carefully woven into the fabric of the game. Whether you're battling a pack of gnolls in the wild or deciphering the motives of a mind flayer colony, you'll find yourself delving into that same lore that you've come to adore from your D&D source books. Baldur's Gate 3 doesn't just capture the essence of D&D, it reinvigorates your passion for the creatures and stories that make this tabletop game so beloved. And let's not forget the importance of dice rolls in the game. Just like in D&D 5th edition, Baldur's Gate 3 features the robust dice-based system that determines the outcome of your actions. From attacks to skill checks, it's all the same. You still have that thrill of rolling those natural 20s at the table and the disappointment of hitting the natural ones. Now, a lot of it is covered in the background of the game, done by simple percentages, but you still get the rush of the dice pop up onto your screen when you are actively participating in those skill checks. Now lastly, I just want to remind you about the D&D spells and ability. Well, Baldur's Gate 3 incorporates the spellcasting system that mirrors that 5th edition rules. So as a wizard or a cleric or a sorcerer, you'll prepare and cast spells just like you would in a tabletop campaign. And it really is a seamless transition for the D&D players and actually a really fantastic opportunity for newcomers to learn the magic of spell casting. Now let's cover that exciting aspect of D&D in creating your unique character, right? You're the main character of all the stories, I'm sure. Baldur's Gate 3 does provide an extensive character customization. I would like to see more customization, but considering how beautiful the game is, it does seem to have its limits, and hopefully something that I hope that Larian increases in the future. But really, these characters are great. The presets do look fantastic, and it does feel like I have made my specific character, and I've played around with it and tried making my D&D characters look the right way. Now, Baldur's Gate 3 not only provides that character customization, but seamlessly incorporates many elements from the beloved Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition rules. Gate 3 allows you to select a race and class for your character, and these cover a lot that is covered in the basic rules of 5th editions, and they come with their unique traits and abilities that you're used to. You have the dexterous elf rogue, you have the powerful dragonborn sorcerer. You feel right at home with the options available, and there's options to increase more of these in the future. But here's where the magic happens. Now, Larian got the rights of Wizards of the Coast to tie this directly to 5th edition, so it's like jumping straight into the virtual table tabletop of the game. As you customize your character, you have the chance to select all the spells that are the same in the game, so you can make the multi-classes and builds that you love so much. D4 D&D and Deep Dive channel has already started covering. He's made some great videos on potential multi-classes that just seem to work so flawlessly. Now, when you customize your character, you get the background similar to D&D. Now, this isn't just your skill proficiencies. This choice shapes your character's personality, backstory, and also affects how people perceive your character in the open world. Remember those intense role-playing sessions around the table? Well, get ready to take your role-playing skills to the next level in Baldur's Gate 3 because this game offers an expansive array of dialogue, options, choices, and consequences that truly puts you in control of your character's fate and those around you. Whether you're negotiating with NPCs, making moral decisions, or using your wit to outsmart your enemies, the role-playing experience in Baldur's Gate 3 is pretty top-notch and is connected heavily to who you want your character to be. Sure, D&D is all about collaboration and teamwork, and guess what? Baldur's Gate 3 brings our spirit into the digital realm, offering an easy and exciting opportunity to play with friends. I have played single player just a little bit, and I found it a bit more tedious controlling all of the players, but actually it's made for a slightly more immersive world. But the multiplayer is a next level. It's so easy to bring friends into the game and start a campaign together, a co-op adventure. And really those memories that you make within D&D where you call back on them and they almost feel like real memories, it kind of carries across to this game. We've come around to play our weekly D&D session and it's felt like we've already played together that week. Imagine this, you and your friends, each with your carefully crafted characters, embarking on this epic journey throughout the treacherous land of Faerun. Just like D&D party around the table, you'll need to strategize, coordinate, and utilize each character's unique abilities to overcome these challenges. The camaraderie that forms during these digital quests is actually reminiscent of the bonds that you do create at the tabletop sessions. So whether you're a veteran dungeon master or a player just starting to roll dice, that collaborative gameplay is there. It's a great way to bond with friends, share the magic of D&D in a new, interesting, dynamic way. From those shared victories and epic battles, the digital adventure you undertake together is going to create those memories that could potentially rival the legendary tabletop campaigns. Now let's address an important topic, which is the learning curve. I'm sure many of you out there who have always wanted to try D&D, but you're untoo sure about the mechanics and the rules and gathering a group of people to really figure it out. I'm going to start off by saying if you're a seasoned D&D player, you'll likely feel right at home with the mechanics and rules in Baldur's Gate 3. The game has taken a page straight out of D&D 5th edition rules, which means you'll be navigating a familiar landscape of abilities, spells, and character interactions. This familiarity is a huge advantage that can make your transition into it very seamless and doing it at a really fast pace. Having that knowledge prior made me jump in and get attached to this game and love this game even faster. I'm not really a fan of turn-based combat in video games, but really this was so fast and seamless and people kind of knew what they was doing that we really blissed through the combat fast. We always laugh and reference back. Imagine if we could play and go through D&D this fast in real life. But what if you're new to D&D? Well, fear not, Baldur's Gate 3 is designed with both those veterans and newcomers in mind. The game offers comprehensive tutorials and in-game guidance to help you grasp the fundamental. It's kind of like having that patient dungeon master at your side, explaining the intricacies of the rules and system as you venture forth. This is a golden opportunity for new players to learn the ropes, and who knows, it might even inspire you to join a traditional tabletop campaign in the future. Honestly, the learning curve of Baldur's Gate 3 is in fact a gateway to the world of an adventure. As you become more comfortable with the mechanics, you'll find yourself immersing deeper into the storytelling, the strategy and decision making that makes D&D so captivating. And trust me when I say the mechanics that Larian has integrated to make this game feel D&D, there is really no one way to complete an objective and encounter in this game. You can do so much with it and there's so many options, just like throwing enlarged owlbears stairs off a roof into a group of ogres. And remember, just like with tabletop D&D, mistakes is all part of the journey. Whether you're seasoned at the game as a dice roller on D&D or a newbie, Baldur's Gate 3 offers a learning experience that's not just about the game, but the joy of discovery and exploration. And if so, it's even easier in Baldur's Gate 3 because you know what? You have a save button. Usually Dungeons Masters don't give you a save button. So as you consider diving into the game and the world of it, don't let the learning curve deter you. Embrace it as a chance to enhance your skills, challenge your strategic thinking, and embarking on a new adventure. Whether you're a veteran who knows their spell slots by heart or a novice eager to roll the first digital D20, Baldur's Gate 3 has something special in store for every level of player. So, should you play Baldur's Gate 3 if you're a Dungeons & Dragons player? Well, you can make up your mind of that, but my personal opinion is absolutely. This game offers an immersive, collaborative, and thrilling experience that captures the essence of D&D while adding its own digital twist. Whether you're exploring for the first time or delving deeper into the lore, Baldur's Gate 3 is a journey worth embarking on. As we wrap up, remember that Baldur's Gate 3 doesn't just capture the spirit of D&D, it can amplify it, offering a dynamic and engaging adventure that stays true to the 5th edition rules. So whether you're rolling physical dice around the table or virtually rolling on your screen, Baldur's Gate 3 is a must-play for any die-hard Dungeons & Dragons enthusiasts. Well, thanks for tuning in. I hope you liked this somewhat different video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're into more gaming content, this is a slightly different video for myself. I'm currently doing a kind of a Baldur's Gate 3 Let's Play, so if you want to check that out, I'd appreciate it. And for those who have watched me for my World of Warcraft content in the past, fear not, there is more coming, but I'm kind of stretching some of my creative juices to see what we can make. Anyway, take care, good luck, happy rolling, and I'll see you next time.
That would have, if that did blow up, it probably would have thrown me off the bridge.
I probably would have.
I've got a flaming sword, I didn't even realise.
Idiot.